For an entire generation, he was the ultimate action hero. Brendan Fraser, The Mummy, 1999. That smirk, that charm, that perfect balance of adventure, comedy, and heart that made Rick O'Connell one of the most beloved characters in cinema history. The Mummy wasn't just a movie, it was a cultural phenomenon. Over $400 million at the box office, a sequel that made even more. Brendan Fraser was on top of the world, and then Hollywood destroyed him. They blacklisted him. They replaced him. They tried to reboot The Mummy with Tom Cruise in 2017, and it was such a catastrophic failure that it killed Universal's entire Dark Universe franchise before it even started. But now the rumors are confirmed. The Mummy 4 is happening. Brendan Fraser is back, and this time Hollywood is begging him to return. This isn't just a sequel, this is redemption. So what happened? How does the star of $1 billion franchise just disappear? The story is darker than most people know. Brendan Fraser didn't leave Hollywood. Hollywood left him. In the early 2000s, Fraser was everywhere. George of the Jungle, The Mummy franchise, Crash, which won Best Picture. He was a bankable star doing his own stunts, throwing himself into every role with total commitment. And that commitment destroyed his body. Multiple surgeries, a partial knee replacement, laminectomy. His back was held together with tape and ice packs. He later said he felt like a workhorse that was put out to pasture. But the physical pain wasn't the worst part. In 2018, Brendan revealed that he'd been sexually assaulted by a powerful Hollywood executive in 2003. When he spoke out privately, he was blacklisted. The roles dried up. The industry turned its back. And when Universal decided to reboot The Mummy in 2017, they didn't even call him. They gave the role to Tom Cruise. The movie made $410 million worldwide, which sounds good until you realize it cost $345 million to make and market. It was a financial disaster. Critics hated it. Fans hated it. Universal cancelled the entire cinematic universe because of how badly it flopped. They tried to replace the irreplaceable, and they learned the hard way. There is only one Rick O'Connell. But Brendan Fraser didn't stay down. In 2022, he gave the performance of his life in The Whale, a broken man trying to reconnect with his daughter. Raw, honest, devastating. And when he won the Oscar for Best Actor in 2023, the entire world stood up and cheered. Not just because he deserved it, but because it felt like justice. The internet calls it the Brenaissance, Brendan Fraser's comeback. But it's more than that. It's proof that talent and decency win in the end. And now, Hollywood, the same industry that threw him away, is crawling back. In November 2025, it was confirmed. The Mummy 4 is officially in development. Brendan Fraser is returning as Rick O'Connell, and the release date? May 19th, 2028. But here's the twist. Brendan doesn't need this movie. He's already won. He's got an Oscar. He's got the respect of the entire industry. He's getting million-dollar offers for prestige projects. So why come back to The Mummy? Because he loves it. Because the fans never stopped asking. And because this time, he's not just the star, he's the one in control. When GQ asked him in 2022 if he'd return to the franchise, he didn't hesitate. Absolutely. That was great fun. This isn't desperation. This is a victory lap. But a king needs his queen. Rachel Weisz played Evelyn Carnahan in the first two Mummy films, the brilliant Egyptologist, the heart of the story, the perfect counterbalance to Rick's reckless charm, and then she walked away. Rachel refused to return for The Mummy 3 in 2008. Officially, it was scheduling conflicts, but insiders said the real reason was simpler. The script was terrible. She had standards. She wasn't going to phone it in just for a paycheck. They replaced her with Maria Bello. The movie still made money, but fans never forgave the studio. It wasn't the same without her. So the big question now is, will Rachel Weisz come back for The Mummy 4? And the answer? Yes. She's officially confirmed to return. In a 2023 interview, she called The Mummy beloved to her. She praised the cast, the charm, the alchemy that made it special, and now that Brendan is back, now that the franchise is being treated with respect again, she's in. This is the reunion we've been waiting for. Rick and Evelyn O'Connell, together again 2 decades later. And it's not just nostalgia, it's vindication.
Hollywood tried to move on without them. They tried Tom Cruise, they tried reboots and dark universes and gritty reimaginings. And they all failed. Because you can't replace magic, you can't manufacture charm, and you can't recast a legend. The Mummy worked because of Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz. The chemistry, the humor, the heart. And now, after years of disrespect and failed attempts, Hollywood finally understands that. The Mummy 4 isn't just a sequel, it's an apology. It's Hollywood admitting they were wrong. It's the industry saying, we need you, we always needed you. And Brendan Fraser, he's gracious enough to come back, not because he has to, but because he wants to give the fans what they've been asking for. This is what redemption looks like. May 19th, 2028, The Mummy returns, and this time, the legend is back where he belongs.